The celebrated theory is still the source of great controversy. A good architectural structure should be useful, durable, and beautiful. A group meeting will be held tomorrow in the library conference room. A number of students have volunteered jobs. Educational level is found to be related to social and economic background. We can all meet at my office after the lecture. Tutorials are scheduled in the final week of the term. Agenda items should be submitted by the end of the day. All industries are a system of inputs, processes, outputs, and feedback. Economic development needs to be supported by the government. All of your assignments are due by tomorrow. All students are expected to attend 10 lab sessions per semester. Our view is that educational reforms have been inadequately implemented. Americans have typically defined the process of plant growth in quantitative terms. An introduction is an essential element of presentation. The assignments should be submitted to the department office before the deadlines. Students will develop confidence in their ability to think critically. Career opportunities in this field are quite limited. Consumer confidence has a direct influence on sales. Convincing evidence to support this theory is hard to obtain. Despite their differences, all forms of life share certain characteristics. Economic problems caused a big rise in unemployment. The academic strength of the early Roman Republic will be examined. Tomorrow's lecture has been cancelled due to the power cut. Students are permitted to park at campus parking spaces. It is really a comprehensive program covering both theory and practice. We are researching the most significant challenges that are faced in our society today. Medical researchers have focused on causes of diseases and treatments. Native speakers are exempt from the language tests in their own language. The university theater group will be performing in the concert hall. Peer group pressure has a significant effect on young people. Please check the information on the website for the opening times. The speaker began by giving an outline of her presentation. She has made a significant contribution to the field of chemistry. Statistical results should be expressed in different ways depending on the circumstances. You are advised to use multiple research methods for this project. New developments in technology are influencing current research. The garden behind the university is open to the public in summer. The railway makes long-distance travel possible for everyone. Assignments must be submitted at the end of the term. The theme of the instrumental work exhibits more of a demure compositional style. There is a clear need for further research in this field. There is clearly a need for further research in this field. Our laboratory equipment is provided free of charge. This project is divided into 4 main sections. We can work together to achieve high educational standard. The essay is easy to write once the research is completed. Global connections thrived in academic communities, thanks to social media. The theater study course encourages students to exercise creativity. There are opportunities to receive grants in most artistic fields. Making mistakes is fine as long as you learn from them. Archaeologists discovered tools and other artifacts near the ancient tomb. We have a lecture in the morning on Thursday. The site is designed to be highly interactive. The lecture tomorrow will discuss the educational policy of the United States. All medical students must clean their hands before entering the room. Implementation figures are expected to be improved in the next few years. Certain organisms can reproduce using just one parent. Protective clothing must always be worn in the laboratory. Sound waves are unable to travel through vacuum. Make sure you choose a course that provides great career opportunities. Undergraduates have a wide range of cultural modules to choose from. The researchers are disappointed that the results of the research have been proved to be inconclusive. We hold visiting hours throughout the year for students. The bus for London will leave 10 minutes later than planned. Many vocational courses at institutions are funded by private enterprises. This book can be borrowed for a maximum of 1 week. This essay will argue that technology does more good than harm. The history department is very active in research. Graphs and charts allow data to be more easily understood. Muscle cells bring parts of the body closer together. You will learn how to rationally assess your arguments. Slides and handouts can be downloaded after lectures. As student union members, you can influence and change our university. Purity is one feature that makes gold expensive. Even simple techniques need to be practiced to become better. Studying history can help you better understand the present. Academic libraries across the world are steadily incorporating social media. The course covers architecture planning and construction on the international scale. Imported default packages are likely to be used for most computers. Studying medicine allows for a wide range of career opportunities. Classical mechanics is sometimes considered as a branch of applied mathematics. Eating fish twice a week is recommended for a healthy diet. Information technology has changed the way people study today. The library will stay open until midnight this week. Psychologists say that what we have experienced influences our behaviors. Students are required to have an undergraduate degree in biology to be enrolled in this course. Philosophy uses logic and reasons to analyze human experiences. Field trips are an essential part of geography courses. Providers of higher education treat plagiarism extremely seriously. The government is funding a research study on the consequences of unemployment. The digital camera has some advantages over traditional film. The history of economics is a tricky subject to research. Air pollution is a serious problem all over the world. Urban planning emphasizes efficiency and expansion of communities. The course will start with the history of architecture. Scholarship applications must be handed in by the end of this month. Art and design is a competitive field to work in. Many diseases that were once serious have now been eradicated. Reading histories involves a level of careful selection. Many universities provide exchange programs to other countries. The deadline for this assignment is next Wednesday. There are a variety of different ways to present statistical information. Scholarships are available for both local and international students. The research shows that spending time outdoors has a range of benefits. The amount of time spent on configuration varies considerably. Our company must have independent financial auditing. An essay should use evidence from both primary and secondary sources. A surprisingly large number of students applied for that course. We help individuals to develop and follow their interests. Our company currently employs more than 10,000 people worldwide. It is clear that the human population has an impact on the environment. The extent of advertising to children is very much open to debate. The closing date of applications for travel scholarships is next Monday. Students may only park their cars in authorized university parking spaces. Many universities are continuously expanding the postgraduate education online learning resources. Our aim is to transmit mathematics teaching in the classroom. The night sky has always involved mystery and wonder. These words recognize the excellence of the undergraduates' research projects. The teaching staff are actively engaged in the original research. There is no economic reason why public borrowing is necessarily bad. For the purpose of the research, data should be collected and analyzed. We are phasing out disposable cups on campus. British students must study mathematics at secondary schools. He wrote poetry and plays as well as scientific papers. You need to hand in an essay next semester. Scientific experiments should be repeated to verify the results. We are more able to accommodate postgraduate students than previously possible. Please click on the logo above to enter the site. Parents are financially responsible for their children right up until they reach adulthood. Students are encouraged to think carefully about their accommodation needs. Advanced technology created growth in the economy. Lecture outlines are available on the college internal website. The local government has adopted a plan for infrastructure development. Optional tutorials are offered in the final week of the term. Banks charge interest on the money they lend to customers. The aim of the course is to encourage students to develop their creativity. Scientists have founded all parts of society today. Physics is the key subject to understanding the world and the universe. Practical experience is a vital part of legal training. This new camera can identify your eyes and focus on them. Recession triggers exciting creativity and high rates of public wisdom. The American astronomers made a plan for landing a spaceship on Mars. Students will focus on reporting news on changing the media world. Globalization has been an overwhelming urbanization phenomenon. Building trust is not something that can be achieved overnight. An architect is required to have problem-solving skills and an eye for design. In his lifetime, he composed a large number of works. Please confirm that you have received the textbook. Let me give you an example to explain what I mean. She began by giving an outline of the previous lecture. Strangely, people are simultaneously impressed by and skeptical about statistics. The stock market crash had repercussions throughout the world. The museum is closed on the third Monday of every month. Some people believe that education should be free to everyone. Muscles bring parts of the body close together. The library will be closed for staff training tomorrow morning. It is interesting to observe the development of the language skills of toddlers. Children start producing words before they are able to walk. The skills of a great stage actor cannot be taught. The university library has a collection of early geography maps. Courses are assessed by group work and individual assignments. Businesses must adapt to the general data protection regulations. The internet has transformed the nature of publishing. More research is required in the field of food science. The academic tradition of the school ensures excellence. For the small business, making profit is the main priority. Agricultural development plays a vital role in rural areas. The falling birth rate means the number of students dropped. We hold visiting tours throughout the year for undergraduate students. Employment figures will decrease in the next few years. Criminal charges will be brought against all of the men. We are continuing to provide postgraduate online learning resources. The study is among the initial projects funded by the university. Writing history needs a careful selection process of historical sources. Medical books and journals have been moved to the second floor. Music has the ability to shape our emotions. Extension requirement for the assignment must be submitted before the deadline. Social policy is a study of social respondents for the government. All of the assignments must be submitted in person to the faculty office. Certain scientific principles must be learned verbally or by logical deduction. Climate change is now an acceptable phenomenon among a group of reputable scientists. Important details from the argument are missing in the summary. Listening is the key skill needed to succeed in this course. Most theories were quite similar, but a few critics disagreed. Please make sure you have correctly cited all the necessary materials. Please remember to bring a highlighter and your textbook to class next Thursday. All of your assignments are due on Wednesday. Politics is not usually a safe topic of conversation. Public perception about biotechnology is crucial for developing scientific consensus. Review all your sources before drawing any definitive conclusions. The supposed benefits of space exploration are frequently questioned. Some economists argue that the entire financial system is fatally flawed. Some people argue that education is not that important. Some students find that true or false questions are harder than short answers. The assessment of this course will begin next week. The digital revolution has changed the way we read. The Earth's atmosphere is primarily composed of oxygen and nitrogen gases. The history of the university is a long and interesting one. The island is located at the south end of the bay. The most important details in this argument are missing. Safety glasses should be worn while doing experiments in the lab. This class will look at the structure of an essay. Traffic is the main cause of air pollution in many cities. University fees are expected to increase next year. Water filters on campus will discourage the unnecessary use of plastic bottles. We can't consider any increase in our price at this stage. We were able to contact a number of research subjects. Parents talk to children tends to be simplified. You can find a lot more information on the university website. Speak to your tutor if you require further assistance. Check the website if you are looking for discounted textbooks. Manufacture can now employ more people than agriculture and fishing combined. Farming methods across the world have greatly developed recently. Find out how to get resources before your research. Mature students usually adapt to university life extremely well. The science library is currently located on the ground floor of the library. Several candidates would be qualified as the greatest scientists of all time. The Industrial Revolution in Europe was driven by steam technology. There is a welcome party for all new students each term. They developed a unique approach to training their employees. A good academic paper should present a clear argument. Our courses help improve critical thinking and independent learning skills. This course provides the opportunity to get valuable industry experience. Read the safety instructions before using any equipment in the workshop. Students intending to go to the conference must register now. Students are encouraged to monitor their own attendance. The ability to work with fellow students cannot be stressed enough. Continuing students will be sent the necessary application forms. The department has a higher than normal proportion of postgraduate students. The economy is now showing the first sign of recovery. Being bilingual does not necessarily mean having the ability to analyze the languages. Renovation works are currently being undertaken throughout the whole building. Consumer confidence tends to increase as the economy expands. You should provide examples to support your ideas and arguments. Growing population has posed a challenge to many governments. Dealing with the growing population is a challenge for many governments. Blue whales are the largest animals that have ever lived. A laptop computer has been found in the biology lab. Journalism faces the crisis in the light of the digital revolution. Business practices must obey contemporary general regulations. The science we used featured both explanations of the problems. She has been in the library for a long time. A mixture is defined as a compound of chemically separate parts. Students should leave their bags on the table by the door. New materials and techniques are changing the style of modern architecture. The department works closely with business communities. Auditions for the university choir will be held next week. The university canteen is now offering many healthy meal options. The use of mobile phones is not permitted in the library. The study of utilizing projects is funded by the university. Medical students normally study at least 6 years in the university. Science degrees are now offering different levels of specialization. There must be planets in the universe that can support life. Music students will have great opportunities to work with musical professionals. This course is based on experimentation and practice. There is a pharmacy on campus near the bookstore. Studies show there is a positive correlation between the two variables. You should have awareness of how the business operates globally. Student representatives will be visiting the classes with voting forms. The article considers the leisure habits of teenagers in rural areas. Newspapers across the country have been reporting stories of the president. Our aim is to reduce the risks that people take. One student representative will be selected from each class. All answers must be thoroughly researched and supported by relevant theories. His analysis study appears to be based on the false premise. Lectures are the oldest and the most formal teaching method at university. Before you choose your university courses, you should consider your future career. Graduates from this course typically pursue careers in financial sector. You must answer security questions when you reset your password. Currently, the growth of the economy is unpredictable. Students must wear protective clothing that is provided in the medical laboratory. Population has a sharp rise in the recent 20 years. You must be able to work in a team. You can use your laptops in the lecture. Computers used to be larger than they are now. Formal conclusions could be established through rigorous experiments. It is important to plan your study time carefully. Gravity is the force that attracts two bodies toward one another. There was a prize for the best student presentation. You need to put those books on the table over there. The academic department needs to be supported by the government. When attending a job interview, punctuality is the key. Universities need to secure the grants for research subjects. The studies showed the Hong Kong people are the most active in Asia. The Secretary of State is presently considering the proposal. The study of the economy is a tricky subject to research. Mathematics provides a foundation for understanding and analyzing data. The office hours will change next term. Football is played throughout all years at the university. We are looking for new ways to engage learners. Take the first step by applying for a university scholarship now. There is probably life in the other planets in the universe. Undoubtedly, this theory has a number of limitations. Unemployment rate has fallen to its lowest level in years. The teacher training includes observing the classes. Gravity makes objects attracted to one another. Library plays an important role in students' lives. Class participation is an important part of your final grade. The archaeologists were astonished by the previously overlooked foundations. Food has become a political issue in the world. The coffee machine located on the 3rd floor is not working today. Undergraduates may pursue their specific interests within certificate programs. Mental health professionals are talking about the topic of vulnerability. Some studies show the link between depression and social media.